It's my first look at Sorare NBA, and it's coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to Beat the Odds. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at a relatively new fantasy basketball platform called Sorare NBA. But before we dive in, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, of course, ring that notification bell, and comment on whether or not you have played on this platform before. So now, what is Sorare? In essence, it's similar to a points-based fantasy basketball league where you compete in tourneys against other players around the globe. The twist, if you will, is that you play in this league with officially licensed digital NBA cards. And you own these cards. Plus, as prizes at the end of the tournaments, you can win unique cards to bolster your future lineups, and you can win some awesome prizes along with that as well. In addition to that, you can buy, sell, and trade cards in the Sorare NBA market. So now, how do you play? In order to register into a tournament, you need to field a roster of 5 cards. You can't just pick any 5 cards, however. There is a points cap for each tournament that you cannot exceed. Once you've chosen the cards to fill the roster, simply submit the team, and you're done. Now, it's a good idea to compete in as many tournaments as possible to give yourself a chance to win as many rewards as you can. Plus, your cards gain XP when you use them, giving them a bonus multiplier as well. One of my favorite parts of Sorare NBA is building my collection. Now with Sorare, you can swap one of your common cards for a choice of cards within the same tier, and you can do this once per day. Now Sorare has 5 tiers, and what I've done is I compiled a list of targets in each tier that I'm going to be going after here this season. In tier 1, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo. Last season, he posted 31.1 points with 11.8 rebounds, 5.7 assists, 0.7 threes, 0.8 steals, and 0.8 blocks. We also have Luka Doncic, 32.4 points per game with 8.6 rebounds, 8 assists, 2.8 threes, 1.4 steals, 0.5 blocks. And we've got Nikola Jokic, 24.5 points per game last year, 11.8 rebounds, 9.8 assists, 0.8 threes, 1.3 steals, 0.7 blocks. In tier 2, we have Domantas Sabonis, 19.1 points per game with 12.3 rebounds, 7.3 assists, 0.4 threes, 0.8 steals, 0.5 blocks. Mikal Bridges is next, 20.1 points per game last season, 4.4 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 2 threes, 1.1 steals, 0.7 blocks. And then we have Trae Young, 26.2 points per game last season, 3 rebounds, 10.2 assists, 2.1 threes, 1.1 steals, and 0.1 blocks. In tier 3, we have DeJounte Murray, 20.5 points per game last year, 5.3 rebounds, 6.1 assists, 1.8 threes, 1.5 steals, and 0.3 blocks. We have Fred VanVleet, 19.3 points per game last season with 4.1 rebounds, 7.2 assists, 3 threes, 1.8 steals, 0.6 blocks. And Miles Turner is 18 points per game last season, 7.5 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 1.5 threes, 0.6 steals, and 2.3 blocks. And in tier 4, we have Denny Avdia. Last year, he had 9.2 points per game, 6.4 rebounds, 2.8 assists, 0.9 threes, 0.9 steals, and 0.4 blocks. We have Talen Horton-Tucker, 10.7 points per game last year with 3.2 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 0.9 threes, 0.6 steals, 0.4 blocks. And then we have Zach Collins with 11.6 points per game last season, 6.4 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 0.9 threes, 0.6 steals, and 0.8 blocks. And then the final tier, tier 5, we have Mason Plumlee, 10.8 points per game last season, 8.9 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 0.6 steals, and 0.6 blocks. Precious Achiuwa, 9.2 points per game, 6 rebounds, 0.9 assists, 0.5 threes, 0.6 steals, and 0.5 blocks. And then Eric Gordon had 12.4 points per game last year, 1.9 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1.9 threes, 0.6 steals, and 0.4 blocks. And finally, here's a quick glance at my teams that I registered for this upcoming week, starting today. The pickup tourney, I have Giannis, Franz Wagner, Devin Vassell, KCP, and Andrew Wiggins. For the tip-off tourney, I've got DeMar DeRozan, Zach Collins, Pat Bev, Simone Fontecchio, and Javon Carter. And then for Garage Hoops, which is a new, it's a tournament for new managers, which I am one. This is actually my first week doing this. I have Jalen Brunson, Jimmy Butler, Bradley Beal, Robert Covington, and Javon Carter. And that's going to do it here for this episode. Be sure to like the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'm going to sign off for now, but I'm going to catch you guys on our next episode.